The other day in the sex dungeon, while I was dressed as a fire marshal, carefully assessing maximum occupant load limits in tight spaces, making sure all exitways were clear of obstructions, and personally testing sensitive equipment to ensure its suppressant was freely expelled, I was thinking about dinner and came up with these chicken Alfredo lasagna stuffed peppers. First, season and sear your chicken breast and then cover and braise it on medium-low heat with 1/2 cup of Marsala wine for an hour. Next, parboil 2 to 3 lasagna noodles for about 5 minutes and let them cool. While the chicken is braising, make your bechamel. Melt 3 tablespoons of butter on medium-low heat and add 2.5 tablespoons of flour to form a roux, a fancy French word for mixing flour and butter. Cook the roux for about 5 minutes. Then, raise the heat to medium and add 2 cups of milk and stir it every 2 minutes or so until it starts to bubble. When it starts to bubble, it should be thick enough to coat the back of a wooden spoon. At that point, turn the heat off and stir in a 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese and a 1/4 cup of finely shredded mozzarella and stir it in to incorporate. Cover it and let it sit while you prepare your peppers. Cut the tops of a bell pepper and remove all of the seeds. Then take a glass that's about the width of a bell pepper and place it onto the cooled noodle, and then use a paring knife to cut around the rim. Then shred some chicken. Stuff your peppers by placing some shredded chicken in the bottom, topped by some bechamel, and then a layer of veggies, a lasagna noodle, mozzarella cheese, and then repeat different layers. There really is no set order except that the cheese and the bechamel should be next to the noodle layers, and the top has to be covered by mozzarella and Parmesan cheeses. For the veggies, I use tomato, zucchini, and shallots. Bake in a 375-degree oven for 25 minutes, and then broil the peppers for an additional 2 to 3 minutes to get the cheese and pepper a little charred. Top with some green onion. No, you're welcome.